What is up? What is going on, everybody? I am here. I am back. I am maybe a little, liquid courage inside of me at the moment, but the Seahawks are in the playoffs. I don't know what else to say. I wasn't able to get on and do a post game video after the Seahawks Rams game. I apologize if I'm taking some swigs of water right now. This is probably going to be the most unprofessional video ever made. But I was going to do a post game after the Seahawks beat the Rams, and I just didn't. I was with some friends of mine. We were watching the game. I just didn't have time to. I was like, if Seattle loses, I'll do a post game tomorrow. If they win, I'll try again tonight, or whatever, whatever it was. Like I said, I'm out of it right now. But the Seahawks win, and thank you, Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Aiden Hutchinson, DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, the Detroit Lions, everybody on that team for beating the Green Bay Packers, for getting the Seattle Seahawks into the dance. So the Seahawks are in the playoffs. I'm not going to talk much about the game. I just went through 6 hours of emotionally draining football. The Seahawks game was close. They didn't win that easy. That went to overtime. In fact, for a lot of moments there, I didn't think they were going to win that football game. And then I wasn't super optimistic about Detroit winning. I just kind of thought Green Bay would win that game. And then Detroit hangs in there, and they pull it out in the end, and just incredible. Great effort from the Lions in that game. Great effort from the Seahawks. A well-deserved. Who would have thought that Lions-Seahawks game in Week 4 would essentially be what decided the last playoff spot? A kind of a game that was just a throwaway game in Week 4. A 48-45 shootout. Ended up sort of deciding the last playoff spot in the NFC. Who would have thought that at the time? But it essentially does decide the final seed. So the Seahawks owe the Lions a little something here. It's post-Christmas. Maybe they can send them, something there. Well-deserved for the Seahawks to get in the playoffs. Truly mean that. I know we've kind of made jokes. This team maybe isn't that great and said things like that. And, but as you know, I've been a staunch supporter of this team making the playoffs. I've supported trying to get them in. I'm all for draft picks and everything, but the goal is to win. The goal is to win a Super Bowl. So Seattle's one of 14 teams in the NFL that is going to have a chance to do that. Do I think Seattle's going to win the Super Bowl? Probably not. But they're in there. They're in the dance. I mean, they're going to do it. Good for Geno Smith. He wasn't great today, but good for him after this season getting a playoff game. Good for Pete Carroll. I mean, all offseason having to hear how this was one of the worst teams in the league, and Seahawks will be lucky to get a top 3 pick, and, Denver's going to crush them week 1, and all that was going on. And it's Seattle that's in the playoffs. It's Pete Carroll once again coaching up a team and getting them in. This is a great coaching job by Pete. This is not the most talented team in the league. We've talked about the holes this team has. But this is a team that's in the playoffs. This is a team that's going to be picking number 5 in the draft. Yeah, we would have liked number 3, and that sucks that it dropped a little bit today. But they have a top 5 pick, and they'll be picking somewhere in the 18 to 32 range. You know what I mean? With their other first-round picks. So the future is bright. The current outlook of this team is bright. This is a team that, with starting 6 rookies, was able to, like I said, to make the playoffs. That is incredible. This is not a team that anybody had pegged to make the postseason. That includes me. This isn't a video of me trying to go, got all of you. I didn't have them as a playoff team. I didn't think they were quite as bad as some people had them going in. But, I lost my train of thought here. But good for this coaching staff, good for the front office, good for this team. There's a lot of really good young talent on this team, and it's going to get a chance to showcase itself, on national television. Seattle will play Saturday. They're the first game of the playoffs. Seattle's opened as a 10-point dog against San Francisco. Not super shocked. That's about probably where I'd have it. We'll do some previews this week. Listen, I don't want to be I don't think you guys view me as a Debbie Downer, but I don't want to come in here and just kill the high. Do I think Seattle's going to beat the Niners? Probably not, but we'll go do some videos and we'll talk about how they can. They're an NFL team. Brock Purdy's making his first playoff start. It's not the craziest thing ever that Seattle can go in and win a playoff game here. So we'll talk about ways they can do that. We'll preview the matchup. We'll do something each day here and talk about this matchup between Seattle and San Francisco. Big rivalry, third matchup this year. I can't wait. I kind of feel like Seattle's playing with house money in the playoffs anyways. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, I don't care if they win or not. I'm obviously going to be very invested in them winning, but I do feel like Seattle gets to play with a little bit of house money here. I mean, maybe I think tomorrow I'll do more of an in-depth post-game. We'll look at the Rams game. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, the Rams played them close. Yeah, Seattle barely beat the Rams twice. Whatever, they're in. Like, so what? You know what I mean? At this point, like, it is what it is. I think we all know this team is limited, but I do think that the young talent on this team is undersold a little bit. So we'll see. I can tell you right now, nobody's going to pick Seattle. No one is going to give this team a chance to go into San Francisco and win this game. Nobody is. I even said it that I don't necessarily think they're going to win the game. But, don't let them talk you down and enjoy this. All the same people told us 3 weeks ago this team had no chance. They were done. They weren't going to the playoffs. Rodgers was going to run through the NFC. Washington was going to do it. Whatever, it was going to be. Seattle wasn't going to get in. And now here they are, they're in. Then they're going to say all week that we have no chance to beat the Niners. Let's see. The pressure's on the Niners. They've got the pressure on them. They're the team that people think can make a Super Bowl run. No one thinks Seattle's going to do it. So let's shock the world and let's go on a Super Bowl run. Got a chance. You're in the dance. So thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. Please hit that subscribe button. We're going to have tons of Seahawks content this week. And as long as the season goes, who knows? Maybe in a few weeks we're talking Super Bowl. You never know. You never know. So please hit that subscribe button for more Seahawks content. And I will see you guys later. Go Hawks. Peace.